it's Graham here at Crestron, and today I'm going to show you some great features on the Crestron UC-P8. This is our new Microsoft Teams audio device, but it's got some great new features in there. So let's jump into our Teams client, and what we'll do is we'll set up the stage here, and I've got my Microsoft Teams client at the top there, and I've got my UC-P8 here. So I've got a meeting and I can choose where to join. I've got a choice of joining from my desktop client, or I can use the great audio speakerphone capabilities of the UC-P8. So I simply hit the join button and I'm now joining that meeting. So really simple, one touch join and you're in your Teams call. Now I've invited a meeting room as well and they haven't joined yet. So I can simply call up the roster list and I can see that who else has been invited to this meeting, and I simply can ask those people to join. I don't need to get my device out or anything else. I can simply use the UC-P8 to help control the meeting. We ask them to join and that will now ring the Microsoft Teams room. So now that's in the meeting, we now have two people in a meeting. And next, I want to share content. So how do I do that? Now you may have noticed inside my Microsoft Teams client, you can see I've got a little banner. You're in the Microsoft Teams panel, trade up promo. On another device, I can simply join this meeting. Why don't I bring up my Teams client? I can choose how to join that. So I can simply click on join. I now get this pre-join window asking me, do I want to join on this device or do I want to transfer it? So this is a nice tool that I can actually simply say to Microsoft Teams, I want to be able to just simply add this device to the meeting. So I select add this device, and you can see I've got video coming on, so that's from my Crestron CX100 device here that I'm using. Within the desktop client, because I want to focus on my presentation, I can simply turn off that incoming video. Now I want to be able to share content from my desktop, because remember, I can't share desktop from this device. So I simply go to my share tray, and I select the content I want to share. So it could be my desktop, or it could be a PowerPoint. Here we go. I now have the PowerPoint being sent to the meeting room. Now what you'll also notice is I have the PowerPoint on my Crestron UC-P8, audio only. So remember, this is an audio device, but I'm also able to see the content on here. And another great feature is that I can control this content as well. Now that the Teams client is up and running, sharing content, I can actually use my UC-P8 to control that content. And guess what? If there's something in detail I want to see, I can simply pinch and zoom. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So I can clearly see any content that someone is sharing, regardless of what size font it is. I've got this great pinch to zoom functionality here on the UC-P8. And once we've stopped presenting, I can simply hit the stop presenting button and we're back just to talking on audio. So what about if we want to receive content? We've now presented, that's all good. And I can now shut down my Teams client and go back to that. What we can do, if the Microsoft Teams room shares content with us, how do we see that? Well, I've got a device connected to me. I am going to simply hit share on that Microsoft Teams room, plugged in my HDMI cable, and I'm able to share that content. So here I am sharing the website. So I'm able to see it locally on my device in my Microsoft Teams room, but I'm also able to see it on the UC-P8. Now, another great feature in the latest release of the Microsoft Teams room is being able to send audio over this physical connection. I will just start playing the video clip we have here on the Crestron Flex homepage.
The nature of collaboration has changed drastically.
We're getting the audio out of the UC-P8.
They have to be creative about where they meet. Crestron Flex is Crestron's unified.
So a great tool to collaborate with. So not just audio, but great for content sharing in your Microsoft Teams meetings. So an all-round device. Just because it's a voice phone, there's a lot more capabilities in there to be productive in your meetings. And again, you can pinch and zoom, and you can see Joe Saracen here talking about all the great features we have at Crestron. Thanks very much for watching. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments below.